instead of 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1.
Yeah, I figured you had to be. I fucking love that. I could fucking listen to that all fucking night.
And the cool thing is, a lot of times when you think about opening a hi-hat, you kind of think about opening a hi-hat. You don't do that here. You just pulse the foot, and it just happens.
Yeah.
I'm doing it just by itself. Holy shit, something that seems so simple is fucking me up. That's the kind of shit you love to find out, because it's just like, you go to do it and you think this is just going to be easy because it's not different, not different from other shit up there, and all of a sudden your body stops working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You would think that would be easier.
No, it's easy. It's harder because I can do that stuff better than the other stuff.
But I'm just saying, like.
And if I can do it, it's not as hard.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, if that sounds crazy loud and.
Yeah, but it's actually the other stuff which is harder. That delicate snare variety and control. You know, 2s and 3s and 4s and 2s and halves. You know, it's like that's much harder to do. While keeping a did-it, it's much harder. Much harder.
I mean,
Yeah, I probably can do that too. Not that
note
fast,
a
but
buzz. It's hard. You've been fucking me up with playing with 2 hands.
It's because there's certain points. Yeah, grooves come at certain points where like a hand feels like it's the subordinate one and it fits right in, and then it's supposed to be responsible for itself, and suddenly it's harder, and it's because you're straining. I shouldn't be saying this to you, but it is like the why, like certain things they just go when one is like taking charge, the other one's just filling in, and then you take him out and he's like, what? I only react to the other one, you know, and or vice versa, where it's like seems okay on its own. And then you add the other one, and it's like suddenly, like for instance, it's so easy for me to go, you know, but it's because he's just kind of laying back. But if he's supposed to go in some other spot, it's like, but then it's like, wait a minute, why? It's still, and they always say like, oh, just isolate the hand, and suddenly you'll see like you're overcomplicating things. Like I'm probably overcomplicating things what I'm saying here, but you know.
Well, I mean, I remember Dave Weckl, one of his videos, he was talking about like, you know. And I'd never even seen this because Al Lipper did not teach this.
Yeah.
Was basically like the French grip, but like, you know, all the fingers.
Yeah.
And then he says, because like, you know, he's saying, you know, you can build up, you'll better than I did, but and then all of a sudden he would start to put them together, and he found himself stiffening up.
Yes.
Playing, even though
in reaction to each other.
Mechanically, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
But neurologically, it's different. And then all of a sudden, the shit goes out.
That's the odd thing when you try and do hand-foot stuff. You got to remind him, like, it's okay. You're going this fast anyway. So what's the difference? Stay the same. You know, it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, so we agree.
That's one of those things I could never do, man. Never. I mean, I could do it.
You're way better than me.
Medium. tried working on it a bunch of times when I was younger, but it never clicked. And then he got my brother. Remember when he came down there that one day?
That was sick.
And
He
he'd go,
did. I don't know what it was he was doing, but it was crazy sick.
Yeah, he was able
Yeah.
to do that way back, in high school. He would just do the right, left.
Oh, that's what he was doing? Yeah, much slower.
No,
Yeah.
it was 2 feet though.
Oh, is there? Do we even have that going? I haven't used the second one all day. I don't even know.
Yeah, so it's right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
And he was just like,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You know what's really hard to play? Play a right parallel with your feet. Starting with the right.
Yeah, yeah.
Start with the left hand.
I might be able to do that. We'll see. I don't know. I might be able to do that because I keep mixing up. I try to do it all 4 ways. Each thing where it's like the right foot's on the one, the right foot, then the left foot's on the one, and then I'm leading with my right hand, and the left's on 2 and 4 on the snare, and then I'm leading with my left hand, and the right's on 2 and 4. So I get it all 4 ways. So I might actually have a shot at that. I put in the work.
Yeah.
I got some of that going on now because it's that whole Thomas Lang thing. It's like every fucking dumbass thing you can do it all 4 ways. Like always try to do it like all right hand, right foot down, right hand, left foot down, left hand, left foot down, left hand, right foot down. Like everything there is to do, you can do it like that. And I've been trying to do that the last like year and a half or so.
Yeah.
So when you say like, "Hey, try that," I'm like, I think I got this,
Yeah.
And I never did that before, but it's like, I'm getting there with that shit. And most drummers don't have that. Most like run-of-the-mill fucking guy from Atco drummers, Well,
it's funny because I saw on what was the drummer site?
Drummer World, Drummio.
No, I don't even know why I'm on it, but I really don't pay too much attention to it. But somebody said like, I've kind of given up. I forget exactly what he said. He doesn't think it's as important to do everything with the opposite hand. Being right hand and left hand, right and left. And I said, well, dude, I mentioned to him, I was like, well, obviously there are certain things you're always going to lead with a certain hand.
Yeah.
Like if you're a right hand drummer, you're leading. You're leading the ostinato with your right hand. You're hitting the backhand with your left hand. And unless you're one of these people who wants to like do something weird like. Which I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah. But I said, but when it comes to like forcing yourself to,
it's the same thing.
Start fills with your left hand, and the fills with the crash with your left hand.
It's the exact same concept as you doing the breaking up the 8-beat. Da 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 da. It's just it's making you not fall into ruts. So that therefore everything withers. If everything is always on top of every situation, because you're pulling up, you're not overcommitting.
Yeah.
Then your playing's just going to be fucking better.
Yeah.
I know this for a fact because it's happened to me.
Yeah.
Because I sucked and now I'm decent. And
I don't know if you sucked.
I didn't suck. I was decent. Now I'm pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's a big part of it. And for me, a lot of it was just, again, being a lefty on a right-handed set, the only part of me that really feels deeply in charge all the time is my left hand. And he's usually only playing on 2 and 4, So it's like everyone else is just kind of like a little off the reservation, and then my left hand comes in and says, no, the beat is here, And you don't want that. And I've spent most of the last 30 years trying to get my right hand to be in command of his beat. And the thing that I told you about the right hand on the side of the stick is helped me a lot. Like the dual nature of like trying to get the heel of my palm, like have everything down here being like what's going on, and then have it so I can. Like I'm a left-handy, but I'm playing right-handed, which is how I kind of have to because I'm on a right-handed set. And I could never do that with any kind of sense that I wasn't about to fall off the fucking high wire at any second because my left hand wanted to say, no, I'm in charge. And I actually played, in my 20s, I'd play like, like this. Everything was left-hand lead, but I was going this way, And I was like, I want to be able to play it. Which I couldn't do at all because I'm a lefty.
So you had like the opposite problem of most people on a right-handed kit.
I have a really big fucking challenge,
I know. Keith Altman was kind of the same way, but he could have fixed it. He's a lefty. He's a lefty.
Yeah.
And he plays full righty. And it was like, well, it was always only righty kits were available. And it was like, why didn't you just go full lefty?
If I could get my right foot to understand how to lift up mechanically like a hi-hat is supposed to do, like my left hand's been doing all its life, I probably would have switched over to a full left-handed kit years ago. But every time I try to do it, it is such a disaster that it's just like I have to have my right on the foot. My right foot on the bass drum, and I have to have. Because this guy, maybe I don't. Or maybe I could. I don't know. So that's the other part of it is, like I'm always open to like new permutations, like the Billy Cobham or Simon Phillips open, left hand or entirely left. Like I'm not ruling it out. You may come see me sometime and you'll be like, oh, Stefan switched to a left-handed kit, or Stefan's playing open-handed. Or I might just stay. Like, I don't know. We'll, there's. Most people don't have any of these issues because they're entirely right-handed. So it's just like, it all feels exactly the way it should.
Yeah.